Alright, so recently, Sky Jackson and her mother Kaya Cole hosted a talent show live on their Instagram page called Timeout Talent Tuesday, where they invited fans to the stream to showcase their various talents. Examples being a pianist, a guitarist, and even someone who decided to showcase their backflip skills. Aside from that sort of stuff though, the talent show seems to be mostly filled with singers of all backgrounds, genres, and sounds. And surprisingly, there was even an opera singer who came out to the talent show to showcase her skills. Pretty amazing stuff, to be honest. I almost shedded a tear in the middle of that performance. Anyway, let's get to the tea, let's get to the drama. Recently, Sky Jackson, aka Miss Guacamole Peen, came under fire for one of her most recent talent shows where she invited fans to perform their talents as usual. But during her viewing of these aspiring talents, it seemed like she was having a tough time not laughing at some of the performances. Videos of Sky Jackson trying not to laugh while her followers are showing their talents on her live are going viral.
No, 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 don't lose your heart in the blur of the stars. Seeing is deceiving, dreaming is believing. It's okay not to be okay.
So yeah, as you can see Sky and her mother were having a tough time holding in their laughs to no avail. Like they really were trying their hardest to not make it obvious, but we could all see it in their faces. And you know, it is okay to not be okay at singing, because to be quite honest, that really wasn't the best of performances. Like, you know, maybe she should have warmed up her voice beforehand, practiced hitting those notes more, tried to remember all the lyrics, and recorded herself singing and played it back to see what she actually sounded like before, you know, getting on live in front of thousands of people trying to sing her heart out.
Can't breathe, can't breathe. And you left me looking on my knee, where the oxygen go.
Now, come on. That is just completely unfair. And this is where I'm gonna have to come out and defend Sky Jackson and her mom, because anyone with a sense of humor being put in this situation would have started laughing their asses off immediately after hearing this guy sing. I mean, come on. Is this what people are really getting mad at Sky for? A perfectly reasonable response to a person singing like they forgot how to speak English in the middle of their performance?
And you left me looking on my knee, where the oxygen go.
And I know some people may find this messed up and think it's mean for them to laugh, but look at all of the shows on TV like American Idol, America's Got Talent, and even The X Factor, where the panel of judges laugh all the time at the most terrible, embarrassing, and cringeworthy contestants who come on the show to perform their acts. So my question is, how is this any different? Other than the fact that it's not on TV, it's not scripted, and is taking place on Instagram Live.
Don't whisper gently that you can't forget me.
What do you guys think Sky was thinking about in that very moment? Maybe she was thinking about how she would have called in sick and just let her mom handle today's show if she had known what was to come. Or maybe she was just trying to muster up the willpower to not bust out laughing in fear of being clipped, taken out of context, and canceled over something most people can't even control.
Tonight, cause yeah, I'm done.
Alright.
Damn. Poor guy knew he messed up and had the decency to call it quits before it even got any worse. He saved Sky, her mother, and everyone else in that chat from the pain of having to listen to his off-pitch, off-key, and in desperate need of some auto-tune vocals. Unfortunately, though, he was one of the only contestants brave enough to stop himself from any further embarrassment.
Call your first witness.
That's all you had to say. Okay, one more thing. Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room?
You call me, take me, my favorite.
I really can't live without you, but I really need you back, y'all.
'Cause it's hard being a different kind of boy, making lots of noise inside a crazy world when they take what you're feeling inside.
Yeah, some pretty bad stuff, if I do say so myself. Anyways, now that all you guys and gals are caught up on the situation, let's get to the real reason for why any of this even made headlines. We know Sky and her mother invited random viewers from their live stream to come on up and perform for her and the crowd. And we also know that a lot of these performances weren't up to, industry standards. They weren't the best. But one thing that caught everyone off guard, including Sky, her mother, and the chat, was this.
Listen! I'm close.
Her Wi-Fi's bad.
Yeah, we couldn't really hear her.
So, yeah, kind of awkward. And to make matters even worse, turns out the girl had Down syndrome.
That's my daughter Talia, and she does have Down syndrome for all those that want to make fun of her.
So, as soon as that happened, everyone started accusing Sky and her mother of kicking off a girl with Down syndrome. However, Sky and her mother claimed that her Wi-Fi was bad, which caused the disconnection. The fans, though, they didn't believe that story. Personally, though, in my wholehearted opinion, it did look suspicious. I'm not gonna lie. It did low-key look like they cut her off in the middle of her performance because of how uncomfortable they probably felt hearing her sing. Or maybe it was because she was getting roasted in the comments and they just felt bad. Or maybe even both. Who knows? Do I think they could have waited until she was done? I mean, it depends, since we don't really know how long someone with Down syndrome would have taken to finish up, singing without being interrupted. Like, to look at it fairly and objectively, it's kind of an impossible situation to come out of without looking like an asshole, unless you were to just straight up lie to the girl and tell her that her singing was good, which I suppose would be the nice thing to do for a girl who has Down syndrome. In hindsight, though, maybe they should have vetted the contestants they decided to bring on before hosting a live show like this, because you never know who you'll get. Next time, instead of a girl with Down syndrome, you could get some random dude who comes on swinging his balls in front of thousands of people because he thought it would be funny. Like, seriously, that actually could happen. I've seen it happen, actually. I won't get into that, though. But yeah, after all this happened, after, Sky started getting heat from her fans about this situation, she actually came out on Twitter addressing the situation by saying, "It's sad I have to address something again. I never took her off my live to be funny or because she has Down syndrome. I give every fan the platform to show their talent. We could not hear her, and then her screen froze. If you guys have the part where it froze, please send it." But of course, we can all guess what happened after that, especially on Twitter. A large portion of her fans and, people who aren't really fans of her still don't believe her. And guess what's happening now? People are now going on to post that specific clip under any unrelated tweets she posts to her account. Much like the people who spam guacamole penis under anything Sky Jackson related. I mean, shit. Yeah, people, man, they love trolling on Twitter. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this whole situation. Like, I really don't have any strong feelings about her, aside from the fact that she did dox some kids on Twitter for saying guacamole penis. Like, that was just kind of weird. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I really want to hear, your opinions. And aside from that, I'll catch you guys in the next one.